Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Oliver Slime here, and I'm talking about Thoma today. I'm really excited that this character was announced. He's a great character build, a solid unit. I know a lot of people are excited about him coming on board in the game, and I wish he was coming with his next banner, but it's looking like it's going to be the banner after that with Hu, which is going to be probably sometime in November, early November, and um, you know, it's just a long way from now, especially because the two banners that are coming out right now are rerun 5-star characters, which there's nothing wrong with that. I'm personally excited about rolling for Child, but or Tartaglia, uh, but I will say that having a new character in the game, it's always exciting, right? So I think I believe that his build is going to be a similar build to Zhangling, and I want to go over that a little bit. So I wanted to go through this reveal right here. So as I was watching this when it was released initially, I saw that he has this little shield right here. So I don't know which one is his burst and his skill, but I do know that that has to be some sort of armor buff, and it's looking like he's also hitting some fire out of his staff. So if that's to be true, I mean, I can only think that these artifact sets will be the most effective, depending on if that elemental burst is going to be a sort of defensive type or an offensive type. But it looks like it could be a mix of both. I don't know if they'll transfer it to another character. They didn't show that, but it's looking like maybe the burst is something that I'm going to be wanting to work my way towards. So I probably use the Emblem of Severed Fate because of the energy recharge bonus. As you can see, is 20%. The increase of elemental burst damage is 25%, and the maximum is 75% damage bonus can be obtained in that way. So if that fire slash is a burst damage, then this would be the one that I'm going to be going with. Now there are a couple of different sets. So as I said, Novelist Oblige, it's got some elemental burst damage, but the thing about this artifact is that it's a little bit harder to get. And then the Crimson Witch of Flames, which you can get pyro damage, so that would give the increase on overload and burning damage by 40%, increases vaporize and melt damage by 15%, and using the elemental skill increases 2-piece set effect by 50% for 10 seconds, max 3 stacks. So if that were the case, I could see myself using a mix of both, and it just depends on what the drop rate is, right? So I'm a semi free to play, so obviously I'm not putting that much money into the game. I don't think that it would be an issue to mix these artifacts. It just depends on what your end goal is. Are you trying to use them as a sub DPS? Are you trying to use them as a main DPS? And with his stats not necessarily being posted out yet, I'm not sure which one would fit best, or if a mixed match would be the most effective. But what I will say is that right now, the way it looks to me is that the Emblem of Severed Fate will probably be the best, and then the weapon to go with that for free to play would be either the Favonius Lance or the Catch, which just boosts that elemental burst. You can use a Favonius Lance. The crits have a 60% chance of small amount of elemental particles, which give you the energy recharge that you're looking for. So it depends on how much damage the burst and the skill, or maybe even if the skill interacts with the burst in a certain way, sort of kind of like how Noelle, her skill and burst work together. So I don't know that yet, but I think that focusing on elemental mastery and recharge and burst damage overall will be the go-to. So obviously burst damage increase will be mostly the Catch, but I was seeing on this that the Engulfing Lightning was one of the sub DPS builds for Xiangling, and as I was looking through that, I was like, okay, you know, that could be good depending on how his skill and burst lay out. Like I said, this is all still up in the air. I'm looking at elemental burst being the main focus in this character's build, but I am not sure. So let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think that he would be better as a main DPS? Do you think he better be better as a sub DPS because of his shield? Let me know. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I will catch you guys next time. I'm just a semi free to play.